Hey tennis fans, I'm Grace Carter and this is Tennis Now presented by Tennis Express. Tennis Express, order today and it ships today. Well, a battle erupted before a shot was struck in Australia's blockbuster Davis Cup tie versus Germany, and it all came off court. Bernard Tomic, whose ranking has plummeted to number 168, says that Australia can't win the Davis Cup without him on the squad. Well, that didn't really sit well with Aussie captain Lleyton Hewitt. Hewitt, who's tried working with Tomic in the past, struck back at Bernie, suggesting the 25-year-old is likely done with tennis. Here's what Hewitt had to say in video from Channel 7.
He's wasting not only his time, but everyone around him as well.
I just count money, that's all I do. I count my millions.
He's digging a big hole for himself that he may not be able to get out of. We can't do any more. Believe me, the last 2 years has been hard work for a lot of people. We bent over backwards to help Bernie. Well, I think everyone knows he wouldn't help us right now. It's pretty obvious.
Well, Bernie blasted right back at Hewitt with a blistering response.
I don't care what Lleyton said. I never lost to him. So, I think the important thing is that, there's a reason why I played Davis Cup at the youngest age for Australian history. There's a reason why my record stands that good. And, I stand by my call. They know they can't win without me, and I know that they can't win without me. So it's a tough situation, but, I wish them the luck.
Bernie pretty much went nuclear on Tennis Australia, comparing the TA to corruption in FIFA.
I'm not happy with that whole sort of situation there in tennis in Australia until that sort of clears and until a few of the problems come out. We've seen it with the FIFA Federation and stuff, how they are corrupt. And I know it's in there, and I'm yet to address all the issues there, but maybe in the coming future I can speak about it. So hopefully that can address for my sake, for their sake, and I would love nothing back to coming back to playing Davis Cup.
We should note that Bernie's been an excellent Davis Cup player, posting a 17-4 record for the green and gold. But it's going to be tough to see Tomic reconnecting with the team after torching the TA and bridges that Hewitt insists that they tried to build with him. This is not the first time Tomic has accused the TA of corruption or ripped his own teammates. Back in 2016, Bernie took shots at Davis Cup teammate Nick Kyrgios during a changeover, accusing Kyrgios of faking illness to avoid playing in the tie against the USA. Bernie also feuded with a fan at the 2016 US Open, crudely telling the fan to eat a certain part of his anatomy during a first-round loss. Tomic has accused the TA of corruption in the past and ripped former Davis Cup captain and TA director of high performance, Patrick Rafter, as a puppet who doesn't know what he's doing. That came during a Wimbledon rant a few years back. Bernie failed to qualify for the Australian Open this year, and his last ATP Tour main draw victory came in Tokyo last October. So will he ever reconcile with the Davis Cup team? Will he ever return to the top 20? What do you think about all this? The Australia versus Germany first round is going to be staged on a hard court at Patrick Rafter Arena in Brisbane and could give us a clash between explosive young talents and friends, Nick Kyrgios and Alexander Zverev, two really exciting players. And moving on, could we see another Hewitt on the court someday? Australia's Channel 7 shared this tweet of Lleyton's 9-year-old son, Cruz, sporting the backward baseball cap and Yonex racket, just like his famous dad, and by the way, really ripping the ball. Roger Federer and his traveling companion Norman received a hero's reception in Switzerland. The 20-time Grand Slam champion landed on home soil along with the Norman Brooks Challenge Cup that he won for defending his Australian Open title. Roger shared some snaps on Instagram along with the caption, "Thank you to all the amazing fans who greeted me and Norman." These two share a strong bond, with Roger saying that Norman is like a friend now. They're getting to know each other. You may recall Roger celebrated his 2017 Oz Open title, also taking Norman skiing in Switzerland. Last time we covered the controversy with the roof over Rod Laver Arena closed for the Australian Open men's final while it was open for the women's final. Many of you responded with your thoughts, and we thank you for those. Some suggested that the move may have benefited Federer. Well, Marin Cilic was asked about it again during a press conference this week, and here's what he said to the media. He didn't think it was going to be any different if the roof was opened or closed. He says he's never played with a roof in that tournament, Roger did get to play a few games, but he didn't think it was any favoritism toward Federer. So there you have it. And that's our news for now. I'm Grace Carter. We'll see you next time here on Tennis Now.